2024 broke more men than any year I can remember. I watched friends lose businesses, careers crumble, relationships end, and dreams die. But here's what separates the men who rebuild from those who stay broken, and why giving up right now is the worst decision you could possibly make. If you're watching this feeling like you're at the end of your rope, like everything you've built is falling apart, this might be the most important 15 minutes of your life. What's up, warriors? I'm your name. And today, we're talking about something that's testing every single one of us right now, the urge to quit when the world feels like it's falling apart. Look, I'm not going to blow sunshine up your ass and tell you everything's fine. It's not. The economy's brutal, relationships are harder than ever, social media is destroying our minds, and it feels like the game is rigged against regular guys like us. But here's what I've learned after studying thousands of men who've made it through the worst times in history. The guys who refuse to give up during the hardest moments are the ones who end up owning the next decade. The modern crisis. Let's be honest about what we're facing right now. This isn't your grandfather's challenge. This is a perfect storm of modern problems that no generation has ever dealt with before. The economic reality. Housing costs have exploded. Real wages haven't kept up with inflation. Job security is a myth. Starting a business costs more than ever. The social reality. Dating apps have destroyed authentic connection. Social media is making everyone depressed and anxious. Traditional male roles are being questioned without clear alternatives. Mental health is at an all-time low. The information reality. We're drowning in negative news 24/7. Success stories are filtered through Instagram perfection. Everyone's an expert, but nobody knows what they're talking about. Comparison is literally killing our motivation. I was talking to my friend Jake last week. 32 years old, lost his job in tech, relationship ended, had to move back in with his parents. He looked at me and said, "Maybe I should just accept that I'm not meant for success." That sentence hit me like a punch to the gut, because I've heard it from dozens of good men who are letting temporary circumstances define their permanent identity. Here's what's wild. Every generation thinks they're facing the worst times in history. But let me tell you about some guys who refused to give up when things were actually impossible. Colonel Sanders was 62, broke, and living off Social Security when he started KFC. He was rejected 1,009 times before someone said yes to his chicken recipe. In today's world, he would have been told to know his place and accept his circumstances. Jack Ma was rejected from every job he applied for, including KFC. He failed his college entrance exam twice. He was turned down by Harvard 10 times. Today, he's worth billions, but more importantly, he employed millions of people. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoic emperor literally wrote his most famous work while fighting wars, dealing with plagues, and managing an empire falling apart. His meditations weren't written in comfort, they were written in crisis. What these men understood is that giving up isn't an option because the alternative, living a life of what if, is worse than any temporary failure. But here's what makes our situation unique. We have advantages they never had. We have the internet, global markets, unlimited learning resources, and the ability to reach anyone, anywhere, anytime. The same technology that's making us depressed can also make us wealthy. The same globalization that's creating competition is also creating opportunity. Let me show you something that will change how you think about persistence. It's called the compound effect, and it's why giving up right now is financial suicide. The 10-year reality. The guy who gives up today will be in the exact same place in 10 years, but 10 years older. The guy who keeps pushing will be unrecognizable in 10 years. I know it sounds like motivational bullshit, but let me give you real numbers. Case study: Mike the plumber. Mike started his plumbing business in 2020. Literally the worst time to start anything. First year, $30,000 revenue, barely survived. Second year, $75,000. Third year, $150,000. Fourth year, $300,000. He could have quit in year 1. Most people did, but he understood something crucial. Every no was data. Every failure was education. Every setback was set up for a comeback. The skills compound effect. Every skill you develop right now becomes the foundation for the next level. The video editing you learn today becomes the marketing agency you start tomorrow. The sales calls you make today become the network that changes your life next year. The reputation compound effect. Every time you keep your word, when things get hard, you build reputation capital. Every time you deliver when others quit, you become irreplaceable. But here's the real enemy. It's not the economy. It's not the competition. It's not even the circumstances. It's the voice in your head telling you to quit. Modern life has created what I call the instant gratification trap. We're so used to immediate results that we quit on anything that takes real time to build. The social media lie. Instagram shows you the highlight reel, not the 10 years of grinding that came before it. You see the Lamborghini, not the nights eating ramen. You see the success, not the 100 failures that led to it. The comfort zone addiction. We've become addicted to comfort. Our ancestors walked thousands of miles to find food. We get frustrated when Netflix takes 10 seconds to load. This comfort addiction is killing our ability to persist through difficulty. The comparison trap. You're comparing your behind-the-scenes struggle to everyone else's highlight reel. Stop it. The guy posting success stories on LinkedIn isn't posting about his anxiety attacks or his failed ventures. Here's what nobody tells you. The most successful people you know wanted to quit more times than you can imagine. The difference is they kept going anyway. The ancient Stoics had a framework for this exact situation. They called it the discipline of action. Principle 1, focus on what you control. You can't control the economy, but you can control your skills. You can't control the dating market, but you can control your health and value. You can't control other people's success, but you can control your effort. Principle 2, see obstacles as the path. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your current problems aren't stopping you from success. They're teaching you how to succeed. Principle 3, think long-term. Seneca taught that we suffer more in imagination than reality. You're not failing, you're learning. You're not behind, you're preparing. B-roll, ancient texts, modern men working, gym scenes, study sessions. The modern application, and a daily action beats perfect planning. Consistency beats intensity. Direction beats speed. Growth beats a comfort. Here's what most people miss. The best opportunities are born in the worst times. The 2008 crisis gave us Airbnb, Uber, and Instagram. The 2020 pandemic created more millionaires than any period in history. Right now, while everyone else is complaining, you can be building. The opportunity map. While others are cutting back, you can be investing in yourself. While others are hiding, you can be networking. While others are consuming, you can be creating. While others are waiting for permission, you can be taking action. B-roll. Successful companies founded during recessions, modern entrepreneurs, people building. Personal example. I started my coaching business during the worst economy in decades. Everyone told me I was crazy. People don't have money for coaching, they said, but I understood something. When times are hard, people need guidance more than ever. Result: best business decision I ever made. Not because I was lucky, but because I moved when others were paralyzed. Here's what I need you to do right now. And I mean right now, not after the video, not tomorrow, but right now. Open your notes app and write down one thing you've been thinking about quitting. Now write down what your life looks like if you quit versus if you push through for one more year. Text one person who believes in you. Tell them you're not giving up and you need their support. Do it now. Commit to 30 more days. Not 30 days of hoping things get better, but 30 days of taking daily action toward your goals. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. The next few years are going to be tough. The economy might get worse. Competition is only getting fiercer. The world is changing faster than ever. But here's what I know for sure. The men who refuse to give up during the hardest times are the ones who end up owning the next decade. Your future self is watching this decision right now. What are you going to tell him? That you quit when things got hard? Or that you kept going when everyone else gave up? The choice is yours, but the consequences are permanent. If this video gave you the fuel to keep going, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. We're building an army of men who refuse to quit, no matter what the world throws at us. Share this video with one person who needs to hear it. Sometimes all it takes is one person believing in us to change everything. And if you're ready to go deeper, I've put together a free guide called The 30-Day Comeback Blueprint. It's in the description below. It's everything you need to turn your situation around in the next month. Remember, winners are just losers who didn't